lot of records, and records cost a lot of money. But what good is spending a lot of money if your records don't sound good because of dust and static electricity? That's why I recommend to all our customers the new record vacuum by Ronco. It's so easy to use. Just insert any size record, 33 1/3, 45s, 78s. The new record vacuum automatically vacuums away all the microdust particles that distort sound and can damage your needle. It also eliminates static electricity buildup. The record vacuum by Ronco protects your records and gives you all the quality sound you paid for. It makes this sound like this. For the price of a couple of albums, protect your records and prevent damage to your needle. If you want the best possible sound from all your records, get the new record vacuum by Ronco. In fact, buy 2 or 3. They really do make great Christmas gifts.
And they're only $14.88.
Available at Payless, MyMart, Newberry, and 7-Eleven, and Fred Meyer.
The Power Glove for your NES. Now you and the games are one. Everything else is child's play.
Everybody needs a Yugo sometime.
I bought my Yugo because now I can afford a brand new car.
I think it's fun to drive, and it beats my old car pool.
I like the rack and pinion steering and the front wheel drive.
We wanted a dependable second car.
And this Yugo's just what we need.
The 87 Yugo GV is still only $39.90. Call 1-800-USA-YUGO for the dealer nearest you.
Everybody needs a Yugo sometime.
Great American Furniture's Christmas sale starts the day after Thanksgiving, and we have a huge selection of furniture that will turn your house into a home. Recliners, 10 to 30% off. Dining room sets, 10 to 40% off. Lane cedar chests save up to 50%.
Charlie's Place. You can use an electric sign. Charlie, set up the Stag beer. Oh, business is off to nothing. No jukebox, no service. Charlie, let's make it lively here with some Stag. Shh, shh. Leaky radiators. Oh, they'll ruin business every time. Put down that menu, sir, and join me in a refreshing Stag beer. Oh, there's nothing like Stag brew to refresh you through and through. Charlie, you better get out here with some more Stag, or you'll...
Shh, quiet, please.
Oh, don't whisper, gal. Speak up. Where's the Stag?
Stag may be found under wildlife.
Oh, yay. Oh, that is a corker. Go ahead, sir. Drink up. And the next time you look for complete refreshment, look for Stag beer. Yeah. Oh, the commercial again. Time to get myself a Stag beer. Wish someone were here to enjoy it with me. Why, Bottomley, I didn't hear you come in. Take off your hat. Now get another Stag. Oh, by George, Stag always brings them best together.
Back in the couch, go grab Grandma. Get the dog spot, sit him right down. You're looking for something you ain't never seen before. You're looking for a home with a Loch Ness monster, Roddy Piper. You're looking, say, grab the children, grab the rhythm, tell the policemen, turn in their baggage. Cause I'm coming to your living room, so bar the doors or I don't get into that. I'm Roddy Piper.
Exciting wrestling action, Sunday nights at 11:30.
Christmas gift values up to $15, now only $4.96 at Kmart. The amazing cookie machine, delicious decorative fun. Make beautiful rugs with the amazing speed tufting kit. Create exciting fancy foods with the potato chip machine. The bottle and jar cutter recycles throwaway bottles and jars into beautiful glassware. The rhinestone and stud setter stylizes jeans, shirts, anything. Homemade ice cream is easy with the automatic ice cream machine. Get these great Christmas gift values for just $4.96 only at Kmart.
G.I. Joe forces hit back while they move their secret recon satellite to safety. But blasting down from Devil's Mountain, Cobra's gonna hijack it. Here come the reinforcements. You control the action with G.I. Joe High Adventure Trucking. Now, Cobra's desperate. They'll ram, squeeze to safety. Headquarters are secure now, so move around back. G.I. Joe, High Adventure Trucking, by Tyco, of course.
What up, cyberspace? Get that cyber fan Bob said everywhere. It's IRATE Prostate. It's let me turn that down the King Weed back just a little bit there. It's Sunday. You know what that means? It's time for ice cream. And you know why I call it ice cream? Because I love ice cream. Most people call ice cream to be a treat to them. To me, a treat's talking to somebody I'm into, and I don't want to know more about somebody I just love to shoot the shit with, as is the case for today's guest. I do want to say hey to the to Famerica and to the Odesians. I forgot to say hello to them. But today's guest is the one and only Adonis Paul. We're going to jump right in and have some fun.
Let's get in the pool. What's going on today?
Oh man, just hanging out, trying to get up some fun questions, man. You know, you've been on the show a couple of times, and yeah. we always like to hang out and just. It's
always a treat for me to come on this show, man. About once a year, I get my own ice cream interview and see if anything's changed.
That's right. Well, all right. So the first question I'm asking now is, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oh man, chocolate, 100%.
It took me 160 episodes.
100% chocolate. Anytime it's available, I'm gonna take it over vanilla.
I heard that. All right, and all right. So talk about your relationship with YouTube. And what was the main reason you decided to start being a content creator?
Or to be honest, man. Yeah. I was working in an office with I was working in an office, man. You know, I had a lot. I was the sales and marketing manager, so I had a lot of, you know, I could put anything I wanted. I watch a lot of YouTube, put that on my computer, and that's when I got the K&N idea and started doing those little videos, and that just kind of took off, and then that led to Gulf City, and well, you know, from there went off on my own, and I've been pretty successful, I think. No, I mean, not successful like compared to other YouTubers, no, but just I'm happy, man. Can pull in a little income, entertain people, make people happy, and then nothing better than that in life, man.
No shit, dude. Doing what you love. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's
YouTube is
go ahead.
YouTube is kind of like a pussy ass version of the mafia, man. You've always got to watch your back, who you've talked about. If they fucking it's a creature out here, this little community.
Tell me about it, man.
One day you wake up and find out you're guilty of a bunch of shit you never did. Nobody's willing to listen to reason. Nobody's looking for proof because it's just so fucking funny. You know what I mean? They're like just running with it.
Yeah. Fucking, what do they say? Well, N-word's going to end, right? So.
Yep. Right. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's right. All right. So, talk about the character Adonis Paul and kind of the story around his creation and how he ended
around
up.
The creation of Adonis Paul or the lore and the backstory.
All
of
that shit. Yes.
Right. Well, I was born a poor black child in Branson, Missouri, and I was born a poor white child. I was apparently my birth parents were a little freaked out. You know, I came out with a big cartoon head, pompadour, talking a bunch of shit. Just it weirds some people out, right? So they put me up for adoption. Nobody wanted a big-headed, shit-talking child, so they gave me to some black people. And you know, as much as I love my adopted mother and father, the reason that I don't like black people is because of my brother Tyrone. He would run the streets, you know, beat me up, talk a bunch of shit. It's like, you know, I'm your brother and you're calling me white boy. Like, do you understand that until I was 4 years old, I thought Cracker was my middle name?
I want to thank the super chat $2 from Mr. Yes says, when will your Los Tejas cartoons be on Adult Swim? That is the magic question.
They'll never be on Adult Swim, man. That is probably not going to happen. Adult Swim has become a thing that, you know, 20 years ago we could talk about putting something like Pleasure Palace on Adult Swim, but today, they're not one for it. Nobody wants laughs anymore. They want applause. They want to hear all their other friends on the West Coast go, "Oh, you're so brave. You're so awesome for tackling this issue." They don't want laughs.
Yeah,
it's fucked up. And comedy is now about applause and not laughs.
Well, now and also it's like the Blade Runner Black Lotus thing that they're doing through Crunchyroll. It's just terrifying to think of what they might do with that shit. So I'm afraid.
Even know about that?
Yeah, it's rolling out like in the next week or two.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's called Black Lotus. But yeah, Blade Runner Black Lotus. All right.
I'm kind of dedicated to making my own thing and staying in ownership of it and just doing whatever I want, which YouTube will facilitate for now. Twitch facilitates that. DLive to a lesser extent. There's a bunch of different platforms, but a lot of people run to Twitch and just try to get subscriptions when they get money hungry and they realize that their YouTube time is over. But I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay here and fight the good fight against Susan.
That's right. And you know, I've got my exit strategy. I'm trying to build a thing on Odyssey. So, you know, I don't know. I still want to see your.
I'm looking into just paying the money for a service that will allow me to stream and host to my own website. That's what I'm working on now because I'm not going to upload all that video directly to Viva Las Teos, but there's other places that you can upload video to and host. They provide a player you can just link and it'll only play on certain URLs so people can't. Well, they can always screen share it and steal it, but you can put it behind a paywall, stuff like that. So that's really what I'm looking at now. After the Patreon thing, man, I'm just like I don't want to be in a position where anyone can kick the stool out from underneath me just because they don't like who I'm fucking friends with. And that's really what happened with Patreon, man. It's like, oh, he's friends with Mersh. Let's take $11,000 from his ass. I'm like, I've never done anything to any of you fuckers. So, but I mean, I'm not, you know, the Chad AP doesn't get mad when things like that happen and let it stop me from perseverance, man. That's what the virgin YouTuber would do. Get out there and scream and jump up and down. They took my Patreon. Nick Ricada, please help somebody. They took my Patreon. Nah, fuck you, dude. Quit being a little bitch and grow some brains and set up your own shit on your own website behind a paywall. Then nobody can fuck with you.
Man, 11K?
Yeah. I mean, I was making like 900 and something on Patreon every month.
Dude.
They took $11,000 out of my pocket per year. Probably more than that because the Patreon was on the up because people were enjoying those Patreon-only shows.
Fuck, man.
Now, people don't think about it when they do shit like that. That like when you do that, like when if you hit someone who's making $5-10 a night, you know, or maybe got a Patreon with $20 on it or something. That's one thing. You hit somebody like me or Mersh or Royce who's been building this up for a while and people like to listen to. Then yeah, it becomes an expensive thing. But no, I look at it like this. I've turned down $11,000 deals in my professional life just on principle. Just on, I don't fucking like you and I'm not going to work for you. So I'm not worried about it, man. I will come out on top as I always do. I mean, for some reason in my life, man, I'm even Steven, dude. Like, you ever watch this Seinfeld episode? You give away $20, he'll find $20 in his pocket later that he didn't know was there. It's my dog eats my dentures, and so my Cobra Kai video blows up, and suddenly I have the $3,000 to get those new dentures. You know, I mean, life takes care of me, man.
It's interesting, man, that you bring that up because I've noticed that you know, it's like if you have have faith of some sort, you know, I mean, that's what I'm hearing, right? Is that you understand that there's an ebb and flow here and that, you know, nature abhors a vacuum and all that shit, right? And it's like water levels out on its own. And I think so does, you know.
Ever since dying, man, I've just been, instead of paddling against the tides of life, I've just been kind of surfing on it. And it's been, I haven't been angry. I haven't ever since the health anxiety died down. I mean, I had a big problem with that. You understand how that goes. But yeah, you know all about that. You had ticking coming out of you. That would drive me insane.
Dude, telltale heart and shit.
But yeah, man, like I just kind of surf the wave of life, man. I go out in the morning and I look at my financials, the stuff I'm invested in. I look for new contracts. I answer my emails. A lot of times people need me to do extra work and shit like that, and then. I go to work on what I'm gonna do to make people laugh, man. I made this show because I didn't have anything to watch, And I was like, just make the show you want to see. And that's when people ask me. They ask me for advice on, I want to start streaming. What should I do? I'm like, make the stream you want to see.
Right.
What would you like to watch? I didn't want to. At the time I got into YouTube, the way it worked was, and I'm going to use Bering as an example. I fucking love the guy. He's the reason I got on YouTube, and I'm blessed to be like in proximity to somebody who inspired me to do something like that, and actually get to meet them and talk to them and be friends with them and shit. But I forgot what I was saying because I'm high.
You were talking about your integrity in your craft.
Oh yeah. The way people did it was they would take one video and they would commentate that one video. And I was like, I want to watch a TV show. I want to watch a 22-minute fucking show that has internet videos on that's better than Taj.0, man. So that's what the idea for K&N was. I would take like 3 videos. And now we've gotten to the point where I'm any show that I run with late night, it's 20 videos and then 10 cringe talks. So now we're up to 30 fucking videos a night, man. So it's there's no reason for you to watch anything else.
It's fantastic. I call it the human zoo aspect of this thing.
Oh yeah.
That we're surfing on here.
People watching. Yeah.
I love it, man.
Exploiting hobos for big bucks and brand new trucks, dude.
You remember that Patrice O'Neal series that was on, and it would go over the top 10 dumbest shit that was on the internet.
Talking about Black Phillip?
No, it was Patrice O'Neal was the host, and I cannot remember the name of that show. But it was like a precursor.
I would download the shit out of a series that had Patrice on it. Yeah, I'll watch that.
Yeah. He was. Some people will be able to say that. I'm sure we'll see in the chat. And speaking of the chat, you want to say hey to some folks, man, before we.
Yeah, man. Got Virgie G out there, Becca Furl out there, friend of yours, friend of mine. Good to see her. B Token, of course, out there joining us tonight. Tennessee Marine, my boy out there, saying hello to Virgie G. Everybody just talking to one another. They don't want to talk to us. They're just listening to us on the radio.
Pit knowledge.
Chat is fire today, man. All 53 people out there.
God damn. I'm getting intimidated now.
Homer tells me you can do monthly payments on Streamlabs. I looked into that, man, but what's gonna happen when somebody kicks they don't like that because somebody who's friends with Mersh is doing good on Streamlabs and they kick the fucking stool out from underneath that. I say, man, don't give them the satisfaction, dude. I'll put my shit behind a paywall over on the website. You guys can pay your $5 a month over on the fucking website directly to me. Nobody can take it away. That's probably gonna be one of the 2022 goals, man. Trippy wants to hear about my first gay experience.
Oh shit!
Wow, let me think. I think on the bus when I was a kid, there was some kind of confrontation, and the kid next to me it was happening in the aisle, so he wanted to get away from it. So he kind of like jumped up. I was against the window, and he was the aisle seat. And he jumped up and like ended up in my fucking lap trying to get away from the fisticuffs and shit. And that was my first gay experience.
Did you? I know it's. So did you like? Did that turn you on?
No, I just never told anybody about it. I just kept it to myself.
I feel you.
That's right.
Lord,
just like all gays should do. Just keep it to yourself.
There's no shit. All right, so we got some super chats here. I see Jeff Vader tips $2, says, AP, what's inside your butthole? Is it astronauts? Is it aliens? Is it the Ziffles?
Inside my butthole.
Are they all inside your butthole?
I had an alien inside my butthole one time. That's gonna be the answer there.
I remember that one.
I have multiple aliens. I had a couple that went in, and then I had one that came out.
Your son.
We're never gonna find out who the alien father, I guess, was because they all look the same to me.
Mr. Yes sends $5 super chat. Can you give Lee for rent so she won't be censored by Nightbot? Yes, that's done. Sorry,
is Lee being censored? We can't have that.
Fucking Nightbot, man. I just need to go. I don't know. I need to eat that thing or some shit. I thought I had it fixed to where it wouldn't do that shit.
You just got to play around with it a little bit.
It's an asshole.
The thing is, man, you can't just have a live stream running while you calibrate Nightbot. So whatever mistakes are made, you're not going to be able to fix until after you already fuck up in public. That's the game with Nightbot.
All right. Well, Lee should be fine now. She should be blue. And, there's reasons.
Don't make her blue.
No. I mean, she's wrenched, as in blue wrenched.
Hey, it's Hat Man. I hear you're a gang stalker now from my friend Donovan Schuldis. He tells me you're gang stalking him, Hat Man. What's up with that? Some of my favorite. I'm just now starting to get into the gang stalking shit on YouTube, and it is a wealth of hilarity. Before this, I was listening to a live stream of targeted individuals, and there's some dude out there named Chief Handler, and he is just the devil to these crazy people. Every one of the channels I find, they're like, Chief Handler, he's this and he's that. Like, I'm gonna make me a Chief Handler fucking alt account and go to work.
Hey, I want to say welcome to Gamer Valine and Johnny Bonsaco. I missed him out earlier.
Oh, and your boy Pat.
And your boy Pat. Salute, sir. I salute you. God, I was going to go somewhere with that, and I can't remember what I was going to say.
That's what happens when you get too high on a Sunday, man. It happened to me a minute ago. We just got to help each other out here.
Right.
See, on my show, when that happens on my show, I'm just talking so fucking fast, I just move on to something else. Like, that happens to me all the fucking time. Old man brain, dude, and I'll just forget what I was talking about. I'm like, all right, so now for a taste of things to come. Just hit the button.
All right. Oh, Dar's in there too. Okay. Hey, Dar. Slappy Get Right. Damn, man. Seeing some old names from a while back. Even William Stench ever. So he's winking at your girl.
Hey, William. How's the bathtub kids doing for you, buddy? You enjoying watching some kids in bathtubs? Yeah, you doing your Sunday thing? Watching Tonka's kids in the bathtub?
Draco Rincewind. These are great names, man. Yeah, I'm digging it. So, all right, hold on 1 second. Just a little kick the kiwi.
I should ban Will because it's for years. Whenever I see him, I hit a ban on him, and if I don't, he wins, and he knows that. So deep down, I like that guy, but on the surface, I have to hate all over that motherfucker.
Well, at least he's got the balls to be who he is and do that shit, and not hide behind some fake name or somebody else's name.
Okay, well, being who you are as a guy who peeps on kids in bathtubs, man. Yeah. God bless you.
He doesn't look Jewish either. That's what's interesting.
That's the thing. I would have never been able to tell he was a Jew. Slid that little Jew joke in. We're not even interviewing anymore. We're just doing a stream now. We're just talking shit.
We're just goofing off, man. Right. So I do have some really. I got some random. I got the AI questioning, asking
I was looking
questions.
forward to this. Yeah, give me some algorithmic questions.
What do you know how to do that's completely useless?
Oh, fucking everything, man. This show that I do.
It's not useless.
What do I know how to do that's completely useless? That's a tough question. There's anything I do has some kind of use to it. Half of my life it's completely useless, just sitting around in front of this fucking computer. I'm really good at Ark Survival Evolved. That's completely fucking useless. And I am a fucking beast at Ark, and I can't and no one will ever know about it because I don't even play with people I know on the internet. But yeah, that's gonna have to be the most useless fucking 3,000 hours of my life gone is going to be Ark Survival Evolved.
Man,
that's it.
Games will suck your ass in.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. I'd tame my dinos and go out and complete missions and I can find element, craft shit. Man, I'll play that game for like 2 months and like hardcore get into it, man. And then for the other 10 months a year, dude, I can't stand looking at it.
Man, people are now saying they're wanting to see our Ark streams. Hey, Killing Joke, Joker, and Shadow Kane. God, awesome. There's all these names, man.
Yeah, man, you almost got 60 people in here. We gotta start asking these questions.
You a big draw, dude. All right, all right, let's ask another question. All right,
I'm Poplier.
Boom, boom. Let's go to this one and say, if you were to be famous for something, what would it be? I mean, I think that's obvious.
I mean, yeah, I would want to be famous for putting on a great late night show, man. Even better, a great radio show. If I if I could just do radio and have the skills just to broadcast with my voice without the video elements and shit, I would love that even more.
Right?
Yeah, I'd like to be. I would like to be a revered broadcaster.
Here. Agreed. All right. So, what was a past passion that you can't believe you were so passionate about?
Oh fuck. I'm one of those people that I always have a new favorite thing, and I get way too into it, and then I hate it. So that's fuck anything.
Burn yourself out on it, right?
Anime would be a good answer. Where I'm like, I used to love anime, and now I can't fucking stand it. I'd say martial arts, but that still is very, very important to me. I just don't train.
Well, all right, so
I'm gonna go with Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna go with fucking Dragon Ball Z to answer that question, Alex.
All right.
ICP. There you go, Chuck Mangione. That's a good one. ICP. Yeah, got me there. But see, I was into ICP at the appropriate age to be an ICP. 16 to 18 years old, man. Back during like the Riddle Box and Great Malenko and Jekyll Brothers age of ICP, man. Like now, like 30 years later, dude, these guys are still rapping. Come on, man, give it up.
Hey, Evil Dad.
No offense, Trippy. No offense. Well, I love you, buddy.
Evil Dad Ed tips $3 and says, working on a new place, enjoying the interview. Well, thank you. And an unapologetic Canadian spent $161. That's $2 Canadian. And threw some knives earlier. And then she says, if I don't get him back before I finish food, I riot.
I have a meeting with my ex-wife after this, sweetheart, to do some website shit, and then I'm all yours.
That sounds tense, right?
That's gotta make money, man. Business is business, dude. What do you mean? That's dude. I'm not. That's one. We're clear on that. Like I'm like, hey, business is business. When I got to do my show or I got to work, I got to work. You know, you want me to free you from Canada? That shit's an expensive endeavor.
Indeed. Well, you know, hey, once Canadians come down here, they never go back.
Why would you?
Exactly.
Dude. I went up there for a week and I don't want to go back. If it wasn't for Leaf, I would never acknowledge Canada. I had a great time with the person I was with, but getting there and getting back was a giant fucking hassle. I'm from the South, so that far north, people are mean. Like everyone's like, Canadians are so nice. I'm like, no, they're fucking not. They're still Yankees. They're mean as shit. They're just nicer than like New Yorkers. You go in, if you go anywhere, you have to show them like a double vaccination. But I got the J&J vaccination, so that's one. And Leaf can like channel her inner white woman. They wouldn't let us into a breakfast place, and I'm over here acting like the bitch because I'm a foreigner, man. I don't want to be like that foreigner I hate that's talking shit.
Right.
So I'm like, whatever. I'm like, what's that? Whatever. We'll just go to McDonald's. She's like, no, the government of Canada recognizes the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, or she's getting in this bitch's ass. And I'm over here like the girl next to her, like, honey, let's just go. It's not worth it. I still never tasted that delicious breakfast.
Well, you were smart going with the non-mRNA type.
Yeah, I don't want to rewrite my DNA if that's possible.
Yeah, no shit.
Enough problem. Yeah.
Pincalo, the driving ape, another $2 Canadian. Thanks, Pincalo, old friend. Could be worse. We could be Scotland. Could be Scotland.
That's true. That's true. I don't mean to bag on your entire nation. I'm sure it's very nice. The part that I was in is the part that most Canadians would go, "Oh, dude, why? Why?" So, like, what I experienced was definitely not the best. Well, I experienced the best of Canada because of Leaf, but the area was not the best area that you'd want. Like, if you want to see Canada, you don't go where I went. You go to like Vancouver.
Right. Yeah.
Man, I'll never go to Toronto again, man. I'll be fucking dead before they put me in Toronto again. Fuck that entire city and fuck everybody except for the people that I know that live there.
Man, Mr. Yes throws another $5 and says, AP, did you go to Quebec? Or we have to speak both French and English?
No, I was in central Canada. I was in a place where most people spoke English, but they do, because they have two national languages, everything's in French and English. So I remember being on the plane and I was texting with Leaf and like they do the announcement and then they do it in français, en français.
Oui.
And I'm like, God, this French shit is getting old real quick. Like having to wait for somebody to talk in English was bad enough, but now I got to hear this shit in French. Just fucking take off. Yeah, we get it. We get it. We've all been on a plane before. You buckle this shit in, and if I somehow land in a giant ocean between Houston and fucking Toronto, I'll be sure to float my ass out with my seat cover. Okay? Thank you. I get it. The bag doesn't inflate, but oxygen is flowing. Take the fucking plane off.
Just hit the runway, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Get me
You don't
in the
need this
air.
shit.
That's right. That's right. All right. So, name 5 things you would not do for $1 million.
I would not do for $1 million?
Yes.
Oh, that's tough. I wouldn't molest a child for $1 million. I would kill somebody. I would be gay. I would definitely fuck a man in the ass for $1 million. I wouldn't do something that would put me in prison for life. That wouldn't be worth $1 million. I wouldn't sell my kid out. You can't buy me for that. So that's 3. I'll extend kid to family. I wouldn't sell my family out for $1 million. Family's family. That's priceless. I would not involve myself in a martial arts film. And no, I mean that. That's you don't do that. And I was counting them down on my fingers. Now I'm just a thumb giving myself a thumbs up. What's the 5th thing I wouldn't do for $1 million? Something I could get $2 million for.
Right.
There's the best answer.
Well, people are just throwing money at us. It's like, I'm not used to this, y'all, to be honest. Dave Lee Murphy sends in $5 super chat. AP, what was your excuse for not going to the grassy light?
I have this thing where I can't be within 500 yards of a school. So, that's why I couldn't go to the grassy high.
Held a dick.
I'm kidding, by the way. I'm not a sex offender. That high school doesn't exist. It's on television. That's the answer. No, I guess I just don't fuck with Canadian high school drama shows. That's not my thing.
Held a dick gives 556 and says, which is worse, Kanakistan or the People's Republic of California?
California's worse. I could see, because in Canada, you can kind of hide out and do your own thing, and if you're there with somebody that you love, like you're spending time with them just in a different place. California pisses me off from the moment, because these are my countrymen. You motherfuckers have no excuse for this. You know better. Like, these fucking Canadians don't know better. I can't put anything on them. Californians, you're American. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, man.
Yeah, California. I would move to Canada way before I would go to California.
All right, this is a great question. All right, and I encounter this question in my own life a lot. What is something that you find difficult, but you think in your mind it should be easy?
Lifting 50 pounds of dog food. That should.
Replacing a deadbolt.
That's a new man at my age. That's a new thing every fucking day, man. Like, every day I find out something that used to be easy is now difficult. Getting out of bed in the morning, going to sleep at night, finding something to entertain me and unwind without getting pissed off about it because everything's shit. Lifting 50 pounds of dog food. I got a 50-pound bag of dog food, and I was like, wow, I've let my upper body go to shit when I was trying to put that on top of the fridge. Things, I don't know, man. But see, it also is a hard question because as you get older, some things also get a lot easier, man. Like things like buying a car, buying a house, all the shit that makes life. That gets easier when you're older, man. Like now, I used to think like, how could I run a fucking business? And now I'm like, all I want to do is run a business. I'll work for somebody else. That sucks.
All right. So, what recent experience made you feel old? Now that we're kind of on that subject.
Oh fuck! My daughter went to her first dance, her first junior high dance in 8th grade, and she got all dressed up in her sparkly dress, and got her hair done and shit. Oh, she looks so grown up. She's adorable. But the thing is, when I have those moments as a father, and I drive into Central Texas to go visit her, I've got this 3-hour to 2-hour drive back, right? So like that whole time I'm sitting there like, now that all the awe is over, now I can be a little bit selfish and like reflect on my own mortality. Sitting here like, Jesus Christ, my daughter just went to her first fucking dance. She's gonna be in high school next year. How fucking old am I? I got 20 years left in my life. What the, you know? Your kids will make you feel old. They when you watch them grow up. I heard a question the other day that was interesting. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? And I feel like I'm like 34 or 35, you know, mentally. But unfortunately, physically not so much more.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole deal is the body gets old, you know, and the trick I think is just, you know, don't let your mind get old.
Yeah. I still have a lot of fun. I'm happier these last 2 years than I was. I'll be honest with you, man. I suggest everybody die. Get comfortable with the fact you're going to die, and that life is short and life is final, and it just all fucking ends. And you will never spend your time being angry or like it's true what they say. Life is too short. It's too fucking short.
You know, it is too short, man. And I think once you let go of that, you know, it's really, you have to face like something inside of yourself, right? And you just have to accept it, you know, by letting it go.
And there's no words I can really put it into, but you know what I'm talking about, because you've faced down that I'm going to die because of my heart situation before, where you just let it go. Well, you put down that bag of bricks you've been carrying around the last 38 years.
Well, and then there's, you know, like the acute onset of the certainty of the mortality, right? And so what, you know, it makes it even worse, right? So you're carrying even more bricks. And once you let all that shit go, man, and just say, fuck it, if I die right now, man, it's going to be great because I'm dying on my terms, motherfucker.
I've done everything on my terms. I've escaped the worst, shittiest parts of life. I wasn't homeless. I found I have the skills for a career where I can work for myself from home. That was a big goal for me for years, working in offices and shit. You know what? I'm happy, and if I go out right now, I went out on my fucking terms. And I know that there's really nothing out there, too. I didn't see anything when I died, so that helps. You don't have to worry about religion, you know, being a good person. You can just be shitty and then die.
Well, if you could change the length of each day to make it perfect for you, how many hours would a day last?
You know, I'm going to go with 28. I would love another 4 hours to sleep. There you go, 28 hours. That's about right. Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm just a little bit longer.
Yeah. At least 9 or 10 hours sleep.
Yeah, man. We need 8 hours. That ain't shit, man. When you get older, that's 8 hours is a nap. But you know what also happens when you get older? Like, time goes faster. That's the fucked up thing. Like, there was a time in my youth where sitting down and working for 8 hours was the worst thing. It was boring for 8. It never fucking ended. You know what I mean? But like 8 hours now, shit, man. I do 8 hours, and you can put me in a jail cell for 8 hours, standing on my head, man. I'll just think. I can just sit back there and be like, I got 8 hours, just sit here and just think, just unwind a little bit.
Yeah. Man, what part of your body currently doesn't feel 100%?
Part of my body doesn't feel 100%. My chest. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my chest on that. Yeah. My lungs, my heart, my upper body, because I was afraid of for 2 years, man. I had that health anxiety so bad I wouldn't work my upper body out because if I have any pains in my chest or my pecs or anything like that, man, like it would send me into a fucking like an anxiety attack. So I just didn't. I was afraid to work out my upper body. I would do the cardio. I'd still go running. I'd still go jogging and walking and taking the dog out, but I just did not. I just didn't until recently. I just did not do any upper body exercise.
You know, it's like Daley Murphy says something interesting. Time goes faster when you get older because the perception of time changes, and I think that's true. When you're a kid, you know, you're just, you know, conceptualizing what time is. So Christmas literally lasts forever. I mean, it's like it's forever away.
You remember waiting for Christmas as a kid? God damn.
No shit, it took forever, right? And now it's like, boom, it's fuck, another Christmas in a couple weeks. Jesus.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's true. When you've got more time on the planet, your perception of time is different. Like the longer you've been here, the faster time kind of moves for you. Because now you know what it's like to look back on 40 years. So 8 hours ain't shit.
Well, and that's kind of what Einstein says, right? His concept.
I guess so.
Yeah, the further
that's
and
the theory of relativity.
Exactly. Yeah. We're relatively relative, man. It's like, I don't know, man. We can get deep on this shit. I don't know what to do. All right, so what is your most creative ability? What do you think is your most creative ability?
Marketing is, and when I say that, I don't want people to get scared. Like, are you being marketed to on my show? Yes, now with CBDX.com you are, but I try to keep all the Hoyle rules of marketing shit off my show and just do a YouTube show. But as far as like marketing is really one of the professional skills I have, where I've been told I exceed.
Any sexual skills you want to brag about?
Oh, any sexual skills? I mean, I'm pretty good at eating pussy, I think.
I think I am too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm good at being silent during sex. So like, I'm not a dirty talker because and here's that's one of the things. That's the only thing I'm like self-conscious about during sex. I can't speak during sex because in a porno when like the dude starts talking, it ruins it. So I don't want to be that guy. Ooh yeah, suck it. No, dude. I'm just happy your mouth is on my penis. I'm gonna be quiet. Let you do whatever you do, and hopefully we can have sex.
I don't know, man. It pulls me out of my frontal lobes, man. I got to tell you, good. I couldn't speak English if you asked me.
Yeah. At one point, yeah, you could be upside down on the ceiling. You start a blowjob laying in bed. You finish a blowjob like standing in the hall somewhere. Like, how did I get here? That was awesome.
Let's see. New question. All right.
Break it out.
All right. So, what's your current go-to song to dance to when nobody's around?
To dance to?
What gets you moving? Yeah.
I don't really dance.
Well, headbanging is acceptable.
I mean, what's just my go? Whenever I pull up my Winamp, and yeah, I use Winamp, so fuck you guys.
Fuck yeah, I do
too,
use man.
Winamp. I use Winamp. Yes, I do.
It really whips the llama's ass.
Drama-Rama's anything lately I've been jamming on that a lot lately, man. Like, that's kind of a go-to when I pull it up. And oh yeah, Drama-Rama. Karate Rick song, Chuck Mangione, shout out to you. You know what's up?
Yeah, see, I don't know any of that kind of new stuff.
Oh, it's not new. That's old shit, yeah. That's old bubblegum mall punk shit.
Oh. Like, okay, yeah, for the 90s resurgence of punk.
Do you remember in Nightmare on Elm Street 3 when Rick is doing karate in the garage and that song is playing?
Oh, is that who that is, man?
That's Drama-Rama. Yeah, it's way older than all that.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, it's old school.
Yeah, Karate Rick, man.
Yeah.
I like that, man. I'll go to I've got very eclectic musical tastes, man. Like, I'll go to Jam Hero sometimes, like the full version of the One Punch Man theme. It's whatever.
Right?
That's a hard question. I'm a motherfucker with both Britney Spears and Slayer on the same playlist, so.
Yeah, I've been known to have Madonna on mine.
Madonna's great. Don't let anyone shame you for enjoying Madonna. Yeah. Britney Spears is kind of a joke. It's kind of a half joke. It's there, but it's there for like the show, background music, kind of funny shit. But no, don't let anyone shame you for liking Madonna. Madonna's awesome. Early Madonna's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a whole thing about the aesthetics of crafting the perfect pop song, and but that's another discussion. But I do want to say, Ed, Evil Dead Ed, El Jefe himself, tips $1 and says, "We will start a GoFundMe to make AP gay. Gaming and yelling will be waiting for you, AP."
I told you that's not one of the things I wouldn't do for $1 million. So yeah, if you want me to go and rock gaming and yelling's world, man, you guys come up with $1 million. Not for $1 million, I'll suck that motherfucker dry. Because see, man, if you suck a dick for free, dude, you're just Joe the cocksucker. for the rest of your life. But if you suck a dick for $1 million, you can always look somebody in the eye and be like, $1 million fucking dollars.
That's right.
And then I can go be embarrassed on my Corinthian leather seats as I go back to my fucking nice home.
No shit, right? And live in luxury. Ryan Hinke, I think that's how to say it. Ryan Hinke or Hinka, $5 super chat says, AP, my wife and 8 girlfriends tried to get me to go to New Orleans with them. I chose to stay home with my boys and watch football. Was that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Your wife and a girl, you can fuck them all the time. Dude, look, hey man, it's much more valuable to get rid of the women in your life, and once you moved them in, than it is to have them there. So yeah, they can be like, oh well, you can come to New Orleans, we can have freaky drunken sex at a Bourbon Street hotel. Be like, yeah, that's cool, man, but I have freaky drunken sex with you all the time. You know what I don't get to do all the time? Sit at home by myself and watch fucking football and drink beer on the couch and talk to the homies. So get the fuck out of here. That's great, dude. Yeah.
Man. All right, so let's see. New random question. What's the most selfish thing you do that you're okay with? Weird question.
The most selfish thing I do that I'm okay with. Jerking off's pretty selfish. No, I think that's what they were asking.
I think the AI needs to read Ayn Rand a little bit more.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, I litter and I drive a big ass truck, and so I don't give a fuck about the environment, and that's pretty selfish. I'm okay with it. I don't know, man. I'm honestly not that selfish of a guy, man. Like, I buy things for Leaf and my kid, and
take care of your woman and your kid, man. That's admirable.
I did avoid going to my granddad's house until I got the new truck because I wanted to surprise him with a new truck. That was pretty selfish of me. And he didn't like it either, man. He was just like, with the gas and that thing's gonna cause and the big ass tires you got there, I mean, $300 to replace a tire. I'm like, yep, hell yeah, it's nice tires, ain't it, man?
Is that the grandpa that was the Marine and everything?
Yeah. He don't fuck around. Like, he had a small pickup truck. He had like a Ranger, you know what I mean? Well, he had a Chevy S10 pickup. He's been a Chevy man.
What was his service? What's his?
Marine Corps, Korea.
Ooh.
Yeah, not a great place to be a Marine. Very cold.
Yeah.
The way I understand it. He didn't talk about it a lot, which lets me know that when he did, he wasn't fucking lying.
Right on. It's a I don't know, man. It's one of the most misunderstood wars in history, in my opinion.
A lot of people don't even consider it a war. That's why.
Yeah. I think, quote, police
bloody,
action, right?
Horrific war. It was a hellish fucking war, man. It was freezing cold. Oil was freezing inside the vehicles. Motherfuckers were losing limbs left and right. It was not all the laughs that were on MASH, man.
Exactly.
Korea was a fucked up war. And when the Chinese came over, one of the few times Granddad ever talked about it with me, he said it was like watching ants come on a sugar hill, is the words he used, man. Those motherfuckers farmers were climbing on top of tanks, and like they'd open up the tank hatch and swing down a fucking hoe to catch the soldiers under the neck and pull their fucking heads off and shit. It was fucked up, man. The way I understand it.
Yeah.
They didn't even arm all these motherfuckers with guns. Some of them were coming over there just with farm equipment. They were tearing motherfuckers out those tanks, dude. So, yeah, it was
like fire ants on a mountain of sugar.
Like, yeah, that's what he said. Like ants on the sugar hill when they came over the parallel. So,
damn.
God bless them for getting out of there alive, man. I don't know what else to say.
And no doubt, man, no doubt. What's something you find attractive that others may not?
Like on a woman, or I like the back of a woman's thighs, right where it meets the butt cheeks, man. Like that's where my hands like to be, man. Very specifically, I like the back of a woman, like right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I like the back of knees, man.
Bee's knees.
Yeah, indeed.
The back of the knee, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm the back of the knee.
Licking Uzi's knees.
All the time.
He got quiet. He does that shit. Hell
all
yeah.
the fucking time. I love it. Man, you know, there's this, like, you know, when you're with somebody 30 years, man, it becomes a lot deeper than just fucking. Just saying.
I mean, she'll curl her arm up and let you fuck her in the back of the elbow now, man. I mean, it's whatever. After 30 years,
no doubt. All right, so let's see. What about? Do you have any tattoos, man?
Yeah, I got a couple of fucking stupid ass tattoos because I was real young when I got them. I got one. I got some fucking Chinese or some Japanese characters. I'm not too proud of on one arm. And on the other arm, I have an old company logo that I'm gonna get very soon. I'm gonna get either covered up or removed.
What have you been? All right. So, what thing have you been procrastinating about that you will begin doing today?
Exercising my upper body, working on improving my credit. My long-term financial standing, making sure that I have some kind of future, since I'm not going to die by 40 years old like I always counted on. Putting off, like thinking that you're ever going to fucking be an old man, and then one day you realize you're not going to die tomorrow. So yeah, just everything involving setting up a future. You know what I realized? I plan vacations more than I planned my real life, and so that had to change.
No doubt. So what one thing would significantly make your life better?
More money for sure. Having a leaf down here in America would make my life better.
Yeah.
But wealth could get me that. Dude. I'm gonna go with wealth. Thank you. Very, very happy. The dating world is so terrible. I would rather just pretend like I'm in the military and only see my woman 3 or 4 times a year, than go back out in the dating world and try to find somebody else, man.
So what's the age difference?
It goes away when we're together, man, because I'm very immature. There are some little age difference things, like she's got like younger woman jealousy, where like Uzi's not gonna fight a bitch for trying to flirt with you, right? At your age, you're gonna be like, she'll be like, you're coming home with me as long as you don't fuck her. Enjoy having that bitch smile at you, because that's all you're gonna get. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Leafs on the other hand is like, what's that bitch smiling at you for? I'm gonna go cut her throat. Like she still has younger woman jealousy. So she still thinks deep down I could walk away from her and end up with somebody else, but that ain't not the case. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So the reason I was asking this, like, I'm like 7 years older than Uzi. So yeah, I kind of robbed the cradle.
Hey man, I'm an immature motherfucker, man. I thought the age difference was going to be much more of an issue than it really was. And when I was up in Canada, it wasn't an issue at all. Like it really never came up. Yeah. It's some shit that like comes up when you've got time like by yourself to sit around and think.
Yeah. And yeah, man, I'm happy for y'all. That's a good thing, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no shit. Let's see. All right. So what is something that you predict will exist in 10 years that doesn't exist now? It was oddly worded, but
you'll be chipped. You'll be chipped, and they're going to use the excuse that if you have nothing, they're going to use the old if you have nothing to hide, there's no problem excuse. They're going to start considering people who don't follow the media narrative mentally ill and paranoid, and start locking people up in sanitariums again.
That's the weaponization of the psychology is exactly what I've been looking at for the past month. Been reading up on it and shit.
They're already starting to do it in other countries where if you don't want to get the vaccination, you're just paranoid schizophrenic, and they want to put you. They do it in Australia. They'll put you in a fucking hospital.
Dude, you know, the new logs. We'll call that the new log, not the gulag, but the new log.
I don't know that we're gonna be the same country in 10 years, man. Like, if you'd asked me 10 years ago, do you think the U.S. could split up? I would tell you no, dude. That's all conspiracy theorist bullshit, wishful thinking from fucking old Confederate states. But at this point, I don't know, man. I'm on the fence. Like, could the United States split up? We're beyond repair in some cases.
We got companies, man, that are moving from New York to like Georgia and Florida and Texas and shit. I mean, it's interesting to see where the financial shift is going, man. You know, because they're leaving
with money. Yeah, they want to go to the red states. Yeah, but the blue states are dying to keep businesses there. The only thing keeping California going right now, and as the big focal point of America, is Hollywood. And we have no need for Hollywood anymore. We have no need for a localized, centralized movie. Back in the day when everything was filmed, totally understandable. You would want all that shit in one place. But today with digital media, you can. There is no reason to have all of the studios in one place, all of the movies, all of the message that's going out to the whole country. Whatever becomes fact, because it becomes citable when they put it on the news, comes out of New York and LA. And unfortunately, those assholes don't represent the entire fucking country.
No shit. As a matter of fact, they represent only a small minority. You know?
And the crazies in those states, the crazies have silenced the normal people. They'll make it illegal. You're afraid to speak out. You're afraid to go, no, I'm not going to use your stupid fucking pronouns. I don't know you. I'll put you in jail.
I don't know, man. There was some pushback on some shit in Virginia, so it's I think people, you know, we're socially based animals anyway, right? We tend to be herd creatures because that's how we survived in the past, and that's how we still survive. And I think what needs to happen is just somebody to just say, "I'll lead your ass," you know, and do it.
Whichever side grabs a real leader first is going to win.
I agree.
That's very true.
I agree. You know, and I think that the thing that was so terrifying about Trump to all these fucking idiots was that, you know, when it came down to it, he wasn't in the club.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it was. That if he wasn't such a focal point, they'd have put a bullet in his ass. If this was 1960, they'd have shot his ass. They can't do that anymore like they used to. There's cameras everywhere, people, civilians, audio recording all the fucking time, video recording. The CIA can't operate like it used to. Bet your ass. If this was 1975 and Trump was in office, they'd have put a bullet in his ass driving down the street one day.
Yeah.
They've proven that they will do it before. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. They did it to Larry Flint. You know?
Then again, like, Kennedy was given choices and just said, fuck you. You know what I mean? And like where Donald Trump would be given the choice and he'd be like, nah, whatever. You didn't even have to threaten me. You could have just came with some money. I'll do whatever. I'm rich. I don't want to die.
Well, see, I've got a theory about, you know, why all the coup thing happened on his watch was because he's a germaphobe. That's one of his weak spots, right? It was guns. He was a germaphobe. And they tried to get him with the bump stock thing, you know, when all that shit happened. And then
I remember that.
And then the Chinese probably figured out, well, fuck, if we release a super bug out there, you know, first thing he'll do is defer to the experts, which is fucking, you know, a politicized, you know, group of assholes. You know,
if that was a plan that China hatched, it worked fucking
perfectly. Yes. That's the kind of calculation.
I'm not gonna say China calculated it. Maybe it was just accidentally released. I don't know. I wasn't there. I can tell you this though: if it was planned, you couldn't have planned it better.
Right. You know, and I don't know. It's you know, then is that an act of war?
I would consider it an act of war. Here's what's fucked up to me, man. No, it won't be an act of war, and I'll tell you why. Because people have already forgotten. The media has already forgotten. First, the vaccine, instead of othering China and pointing our fingers at China as the problem, who started all this shit, they've got us now pointing our fingers at each other. Mm-hmm. They've turned non-vaccinated people into German Jews in the late 30s right now. And here's the fucked up thing. The vaccine doesn't even stop the fucking virus. And they know that. It just suppresses the symptoms of the virus so healthcare workers don't have to get overwhelmed so much. So what you have here is Valtrex for your lungs. You know what I mean? It suppresses the herpes symptoms. You've got people without sores who have herpes pointing at the people with sores, saying the people with sores are the problem. Meanwhile, this filthy fucking hooker named China is still on the mattress with green ooze coming out of her vagina, and we're too sensitive to point at the hooker and go, that's the fucking problem.
Yeah, no shit. I totally agree. You know, it's
China's so invested in. Well, where does China put a lot of its money? In the media. So do you think these news organizations, you think these media organizations are going to call out China? No, that's their biggest investor. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit, man. It's the tit. They're not going to fucking, you know. What was that the guy, the character said, when the tit's that big, everybody gets in line, you know? And they're all sucking off of that thing.
Before the end of our lives, there will be the two biggest kids on the block are going to want to fight again. It's just a matter of if we're going to be that big kid or not.
Yeah.
Remember what they said in Red Dawn? I guess sometimes somebody just forgot, you know, what it was like. And the two biggest kids on the block, eventually they're going to fight.
Indeed. Did you see the fucking remake of that?
No, I didn't want to watch a Red Dawn.
Oh, it was garbage, dude. They were going to make. They were going to make it. They were going to make it China, and they had to change it to North Korea.
As if North Korea has the facilities to come in and hold America. Please, that made it unbelievable as fuck.
No shit. It's like, just give us some corn. Fuck, we'll go away.
I would just leave some exploding food out, man. With
right.
Dynamite and some fucking food rations and be done with them.
Man.
Give them, you know what? Just send them a care when they get here. Just send them a care package of iPhones and Nintendos and shit. That'll be the last.
Oh, man, that's great.
Get these guys laid, get them drunk, they might be all right. You know, let's check it out.
Well, this is a poignant question, I think. If you had to pick a single word to describe this year so far, what would it be?
This year was awesome, man. 2021 was a great year. People don't want to recognize it was a great year, but it was a great year.
Well, give us your list of great things that happened in this year.
I mean, for me, it was a cool year, man. Like, I set some goals. I started adulting. I met all the financial goals, the shit that I wanted. I grew the show to where I wanted it to be. Made some good friends, business connections this year. It's been a pretty good year. I can't deny. Like, for when you look on the, you know, with the shit I report on, it seems like a real bad year. But for the people that I know, it hadn't been that bad. 2020 was worse than 2021 for sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, cool.
I mean, I don't know. That's, for me, it's been a pretty decent year, man. I hope saying that doesn't ruin it.
All right. So what's been keeping you up at night thinking lately?
CBDX.com is going to make me think while I lay down. I'm feeling a little bit dizzy. I'm over here like, damn, that shit's good, man. Nah, what keeps me up? My dog. I'm thinking about. I don't know, man. When I go to bed, I don't really think about a lot of shit.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
Yeah, honestly, the only thing that's kept me up lately is I've had some real weird, vivid dreams. And I get up and I think about the dream I just had. Like, gee, what the fuck? Why am I always back in high school when I dream? Like, that's like, it's always some younger me that an older me would have known better. Like, I have dreams where, like, I'm back in high school. Like, shit like that all the time. That's how well, I'm about to say Gulf City. That's how Las Tejas ended up getting conceptualized. It's the city. Like, whenever I dream, I always go to the same, like, town. Does that make sense? Like, It's always the same. I could draw a map at this point.
That's interesting. So when I was in my late 30s and early 40s, man, I would dream about this one place, and it was almost like when I went to sleep, I had another life in this place, and I couldn't speak the language, and it looked like Iceland. Go ahead.
Mine's just a coastal city, man. It's got casinos on the coast, and and then there's a downtown part, and there's a part that, you know, like, there's a highway that leads off to Mexico if you want to drive. That's where Las Tejas came from, man.
Yeah. When are we gonna see the gun range at Las Tejas?
Oh, I've already got the gun range, man. I've got that all drawn up. I just don't use it very much.
Okay. Just every time you mention it, I'm like going, yeah, I'd like to see some shooting.
I'll animate some shots, man. I've got the gun range set. all set up. We need to. That's one of the things that in 2022 maybe I'll add, man. Right now I'm doing all the drawing and stuff, trying to get ahead of it for the 2022 set and show. I try to update the show every year, and I'm real excited about what we can do in 2022. It's gonna be a lot better. Be able to do some articles, very different shit. And I think I figured out a way to make it fun and hilarious without getting tossed off of YouTube. So we'll do some more. Instead of blood spraying everywhere, we might have to make it kind of itchy and scratchy style, where you just chop a motherfucker up and you know what I mean? Like it's just a real clean circle with a bone in the middle.
Right.
Shit like that. And then there's more shit fatalities we can do. You know, there's a lot of ideas I've had over the course of the year. I just haven't been able to have time to flesh out. So not a lot of new things for late night right now. But if you hang in there a month or two, then we're going to have all new shit. All new dancers, all new commercials. Commercials for, for instance, CBDX. Commercials for some different Los Tejas products instead of watching that old shit all the time. So it's going to be pretty fun.
Sweet. All right, so here's a good question. How about, all right, so what's the last thing, like, movie that you saw, or even a series, how they're doing series now on Netflix and streaming shit. What's the last thing you saw that really had an impact on you and made you think about it, after you saw it?
Good question. The last thing I saw that I related to was Cobra Kai season 1, where it was more about this old guy he does odd jobs and shit, but he's still he's a martial artist from way back, and then he's trying to get back into that. I kind of related to that, and then they turned Johnny Lawrence into a fucking cartoon. I'm actually as much as I'm ashamed of it right now, I'm watching The Connors.
What is that?
It's after they kicked Roseanne off. That's the show with the rest of the cast. Yeah. So it just kills me that how bad Becky is at acting, man. Like, just every time that bitch opens her mouth, I'm just like, oh god, get her out of here. Just kill her off. I learned that Mark died, and I'm working my way through that. Of course, Mark was my favorite character on Roseanne. Fucking, Becky's boyfriend.
Yeah. What he on? Was he on something else?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't even know who that fucking actor is. I just remember that Mark was the one that he was like, him and Dan were kind of. He was kind of like in that '70s show, how Red and not Kelso. Who's that other motherfucker? Hyde. You know how Red and Hyde were always kind of deep down. They were kind of cool. You know what I mean? Because Hyde was he was going to be a blue collar guy like Red.
Yeah.
He's not a pussy like Eric. Well, that's kind of like that's how Mark was with Dan. Like Dan always kind of had a soft spot for Mark because he was a mechanic and all this shit, but at the same time hated him for taking Becky. He ended up getting in you find out in the Connors, he ended up getting in a wreck, going out at 125 miles an hour on fire. That's what I'm working my way through grieving Mark right now.
Dang. Super chat from Accelerate, my man. We hang out on Wednesdays doing accelerated deconstruction with the big brain shit. I'm the smooth brain on that thing, man. No shit. He's very intelligent. He says Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong. Okay, thanks. Heart.
I mean, yes and no. He did. He didn't do anything wrong. Like, he should not go to jail because technically you can be anywhere with an AR-15 in America, and if somebody tries to kill you, you have a right to defend yourself. Just between us, did he go out there trying to fucking LARP as some kind of badass with a fucking gun to defend us against the BLM people? Yeah, he did. He went out there to go try to be a badass, and he ended up having to fucking lay a couple guys down who wanted to challenge his badassery. So in the end, had you not tried to grab his gun, had you not threatened him, told him you were going to kill him, maybe he would go to jail. But unfortunately, I don't think that he should be doing a day. Self-defense is self-defense. But between us, he wasn't forced to go out there and do that shit. Come the fuck on.
I get it. He had agency, and I totally agree with that. Shouting at Clouds tips $5 and says, "Are you going to be back in the Irrational Times doing some trivia? It's so fun."
Yeah. Breaking Bad trivia with Royce Lopez whenever we can get that that scheduled out. Whenever we both have some time, I'm gonna fucking stomp Royce's ass in Breaking Bad trivia. I'm gonna fucking make sure there is no question about who the greater man is when he steps into that trivia ring with me.
Oh, dude, I could have gone with y'all on that fucking Wire deal. You know, it's like I
can't do the Wire, man. I downloaded it, but I still haven't.
Who did the Wire? Oh, I'm thinking of, oh the God, what was the last one y'all did?
That's JJ Stoner and
that's what that was. Okay, all right.
Merch did the Wire.
Yeah. What was the last thing you did with them?
Sopranos. I got beaten by Merch at Sopranos, and I beat Royce at Saved by the Bell. So I'm 1-1. Merch is 2-0, and Royce is 0-1.
Hey man, I'll gladly help spar with you on the Breaking Bad shit. So,
all right, yeah.
I know
I can
that fucking show
training.
inside out. Hell yeah, man. I'm down with that shit. I love it. You know, I didn't see it when it was happening, you know, and I got to see the whole thing all together. And
I never catch these shows when they're on. Like, I never want to watch them I want to watch them a year later when everyone else is over it and I'm all excited about it and nobody cares.
Yeah, no shit, man. You know, the little movie about what happened to Jesse, you know, right after was good too.
You like that?
Yeah, I kind of did, man. You know,
I like parts of it, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, just him driving off at the end, you know, laughing and shit, just wasn't enough for me, you know. Yeah. Because you know, there was money. You know, it's money.
The Jesse Pinkman movie was, I don't know, man. It's like a 5 out of. If you like Breaking Bad, you'll be able to sit through it and be entertained.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted a little bit more out of it, maybe, than it was able to give. Like Todd looks older in the Breaking Bad movie in the flashbacks than he did in Breaking Bad. That fucking shit kills me. I'm like, wait a minute, what did Todd put on and then take off 120 pounds? What the fuck is this? Like, guy's all fat now. Go watch it again. Look at Todd in Breaking Bad, and then look at Todd in El Camino 5 years later after he's gotten fat. You're like, wait a minute, how is this a flashback? This guy's this guy's fucking older.
You're right. Yeah, definitely. Todd. Was it Lydia? Man, that song was weird, and I loved it.
Lydia, the tattooed lady. Lydia. I learned that song from MASH. That's where my first reference from that song was. That was something Colonel Potter would sing that when he got drunk.
Oh wow! See, I did not know that. Keeper Dam. She threw $10 super chat. Says, Binga needs to be disbarred. Binger, the DA on the Kyle Rittenhouse thing.
Prosecutor, yeah. He's not doing very well being DA, the liberal superhero that he wanted to be going into that.
Man.
Would be a hero for the people, and then he goes out there and just gets embarrassed, man. You ain't no Rocky Marciano, man. You're not the great fighter for the people, all right? Just sit your ass down, do your fucking job. You're trying to put a kid in jail for life for fucking defending himself. Fuck you. That's not how we do it in America.
And he always has this look on his face like he just smelled a fart or something. The dude he looks stupid. And
yeah, that's the way they look. They're never content.
Yeah, you know, it's like, because I was trying to explain to somebody why they suck so hard. It's because they're political beasts. They're not actual litigators, right? They're not actual lawyers. They're there for politics.
They're trying to win for their side.
Right.
And any tactics, and what the left believes, and what they've come to believe, is they are so morally superior. Any tactics they use are justified.
Exactly.
Because it's the same thing back in the day with religion, man. God is on our side, so we're allowed to strap you to a stake and burn you. But God forbid you do that to us.
Well, it's a cult, man. You know.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of mentality.
We've gotten very culty with politics in America. Like that's what I mean when I'm like, I don't know if this shit can be repaired.
I feel you, man.
I have people that I've written out of my fucking life over politics in real life. I just couldn't stand listening to their bullshit on the internet anymore. And that was the only. You get older, I don't talk to these people in real life all the time. I just see them on Facebook. You know, so I've gotten rid of a lot of them, man, from like high school and shit. I just can't stand listening to their fucking rhetoric all the time.
Well, I mean, it's like, all right, so you know how old I am, man. I'm in my late 50s and shit. And it's like I was part of the early punk scene in this town, right? And all these my fucking punk scene, my local punk scene fucking group and Facebook is full of these communist motherfuckers. And it's like, I can't believe you guys are really... It's oh my god! It's just
punk rockers trying to usher in authoritarianism.
It's stupid. It's the most backward shit. Exactly, man. They don't get it, man. They really don't, and it pisses me off. So sorry about that.
Oh, hey, no, you're 100% right.
I got a little verklempt on that shit, man.
You're in line, man.
Yeah. All right. So what about? We never really talked about like movie genres like science fiction or horror or any of that stuff. Is there anything you gravitate to?
Comedy. I like a good comedy movie or a horror movie. That drama, I can take it or leave it, man. But comedy, horror, gangster films, love a good gangster film, man.
Have you seen the thing on Hulu? What's What We Do in the Shadows?
No, I don't have Hulu.
Oh, dude, it's funny. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen on TV. It's like a reality TV show about these loser vampires.
Oh, wow.
It's funny as hell.
I have to give it a download, go find it on a torrent site. I can't. I have to do VPN. I woke up this morning and I didn't have internet, and it took me to a website for my provider that made me click to unquarantine my modem because I've been downloading copyrighted materials. So
unquarantine your modem.
Yeah, I had to like. The only thing that would come up is a browser window that would tell me to press this after they admonished me. I could press a button to unquarantine my modem and turn my internet back on.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Who's your company?
Fuck them. Charge Spectrum. I'll get a VPN. They can suck my dick.
Yeah, I got Spectrum too, man.
Yeah, they can kiss my ass. They fuck with me again. I'll install AT&T and tell them to suck it.
Well, you know,
fiber optic.
Have you looked into that Elon Musk thing?
No. Which one he's doing so much?
No, all right, so he's got it's called Starlink, and he's got like a network of satellites. I mean, literally like a web of satellites all around the globe, and it'll be internet, through satellite.
Yeah, but the problem is the upload speeds are way low on that shit. I used to sell Starlink back when it was before Elon Musk bought it, satellite internet. And it was like the worst option. People way out in the country that couldn't get anything else, we would get them Starlink.
Right. Well, that's kind of what the idea behind it is to hit remote places and make them more powerful.
And he's got a new cell phone project coming out that's going to hook up with Starlink somehow. So I don't know. I'm reading about it. I can't afford to buy Tesla anyway.
Yeah, no doubt. But it's like you can probably. I don't know, entertain some of the future Tesla employees.
Now, hey, now is not a bad time to buy into Tesla.
I agree. I think it'll thrive in Texas. Do you have an app on your phone that you use that even though you use it, you can't stand it?
I don't know. Let me open up my phone real quick. Let's see. Yeah, the YouTube app's pretty shitty because everything that James Clark puts on his community tab ends up in my subscription feed. Arrive Can for the Canada arriving in Canada. That's supposed to get you through immigration quicker. Yeah, they don't give a fuck about that shit. They never even asked to look at it. Let's see. Grubhub. That's not too big of a problem anymore. I was spending a lot of money on Grubhub after a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Arrive Can, the most useless fucking app ever invented.
What country sounds interesting, but you know very little about it?
The Maldives.
That's a good choice, I think.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Maldives. I can't even tell you exactly where they are, but I've got to. I want to go so bad.
You want to check it out?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Have you ever seen fucking video and picture of the Maldives?
It's incredible.
Somewhere in the Indian Ocean, I think. It's fucking incredible. They take you out on a boat. And they just drop you in a hotel room that's just in the middle of a fucking bay. You know what I mean? Like, it's got With submarine underneath it and shit. I want to go.
Fuck yeah.
I want to fuck Leaf in an aquarium. Hell yeah.
I'm sorry.
Real slow, like stone testimonies.
That's
Watching
right.
the sharks go by.
Slow ride. Oh man, you're cracking me up. Fuck. Oh my god. All right, getting my shit together now. Okay. So what's the thing? What's the last thing you totally overreacted to?
Total overreaction. I was out of my medication one night, and I was experiencing withdrawals from Zoloft, which can cause you to be upset about shit that doesn't fucking matter. And I was watching Token, and Leaf had something on she wanted to watch, and then I was talking about how it sucked, so Token changed it, and I felt so fucking bad. I was like attacking people in the chat, like I went. Yeah, I was very immature that night. Suppose like, AP, what's the problem with you? I spun around on him like a bar, and I like we were at a bar, and I was like, "You want some, motherfucker?" They were like, "No, man."
Like, back off, dude.
Yeah, like very uncool of me. Very uncool.
What's your favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror movie. Ooh. I tell you which ones scare me the most. Movies that scare me the most are ones like 1408 and The Descent, where you're stuck somewhere and you can't get out, and there's no hope of you getting out. Like you're either that evil fucking 1408 room you can't get out of, or even worse, The Descent, where that bitch starts going insane and hallucinating. That's what gets me, when people hallucinate that they're out, and then like that happened in both of those movies, and then they've just been hallucinating the whole time. Their brain is fucking gone. Those type of movies fuck me up, man.
Yeah.
Shit like Freddy Krueger, Jason, that stuff's a lot of fun. But I mean, like, what the fuck? I'm gonna kick Chucky. You know, like I'm not. I could never understand how Chucky was murdering people. Freddy, I'll just do some coke until Freddy goes away. I'll smoke a bunch of weed so I don't dream. Freddy's done, dude. Or I'll just do a bunch of blow and stay awake. Jason just walks everywhere. Get in your fucking car and go somewhere else. Like, I just get in the truck and be like, nope, somebody just ended up murdered. I'm gonna call the fucking police. I'm getting the fuck. Yeah, no. See, until I stop hearing that shit, I'm driving west.
Yeah. So what do you? What was your favorite Hitchcock movie?
The Birds.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It beats out Psycho just because of. Psycho's cool, man, but I've seen that story played out so many fucking times, like different ways. You know, like there's a million different ways you can do Psycho and name it something else, but The Birds just people just getting killed by fucking crows is fucking hilarious, dude. The fucking bird, just go inside. Just go inside. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
And you don't know what the fuck, why? You know, you never. That's one of my favorite things about this movie is you never know why the birds did what they did.
Yeah, that's great about old movies. They don't even explain it. The Mist, for instance, like they don't even explain why all these fucking weird creatures showed up in The Mist.
Like
The Mist is a fucked up ending. I'll give it that. The Mist is the first time I watched something in a long time where like the ending, I didn't know what was coming, and I was like, "Ooh, shit!"
Yeah,
that motherfucker just shot his son.
Yeah, it's like reading.
And then like right after he kills his own fucking kid, then the army comes rolling through, like right as he pulls the fucking trigger and he's tortured and he just killed because they were all gonna die to these bugs. You know, and then just as soon as he pulls the trigger and he's just going through all that shit, then the army comes rolling through. He didn't have to do it at all.
You left with that feeling in his gut, right?
Yeah, I like a movie that leaves you walking out silent, man.
Mr. Yes says Rear Window. That's a good movie too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AP, have you seen Maximum Overdrive? Fuck yeah, I've seen Maximum.
Oh,
we just watched it on Trader Horn the other night. That shit's great. It's hilarious. That was one of the few like Stephen King movies he put on where I was like, oh, I'm gonna sit through this whole goddamn thing. I love Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff from Night Shift was translated really well to film, I think. When he started writing for film, I think his shit got worse. Like, I think Christine is the last good book he wrote. Maybe Firestarter.
Different Seasons was pretty good, man. Like, the different stories in there were cool.
Yeah, Uzi loves that book, too.
Stand By Me was, I mean, I think was his, as much as he was good at horror, I think one of his crowning achievements was.
That's a great movie. Yeah.
And the story it comes from, the body, like it's very genuine of growing up in a small town, and that was pretty cool. I like it.
Hey, Silverblade. It's good to see you out there on Dead Ramen. Talik on Twitch. What up? Just saying, they have some people out there. I see all your names, man. It's just going by fast. Niecy Lone Wolf. I was around.
Said, all the best people.
That's right. Chuck, Doc Griffin, Aunt Kathy. Holy shit! Hello, Aunt Kathy.
Yeah, Aunt Kathy's out there. Hey, Aunt Kathy.
We love Aunt Kathy.
We haven't been cussing or doing anything inappropriate, so please enjoy.
Dude. Let's see. All right, so what movie do you like every time you see it? Like, even it's just on TV and like in the early part of the middle of the movie, you just sit down and watch the whole thing.
Rocky 2. I have no idea why every time I watch Rocky 2, there's some part of my brain that's not sure that Rocky's gonna make the count before Apollo. I don't know. And I've seen them climb those fucking ropes over 200 times, man. And every time I'm sitting here like, come on, Rocky, get up! Come on!
I must break you.
That was 4.
No, that's 4.
That was
4. Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, some good stuff. Mine is fucking Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers is good, man. Fascist America.
Yeah.
Fascist globalism.
Absolutely. And Pacific Rim, for some reason, I love that movie too. Kaiju and giant robots and shit. I mean,
something told me it was gonna suck, so I didn't watch it.
Dude, the first one's great. The second one sucks ass, but the first one is really good. I'll
give it a shot. Whoa,
yeah,
sorry.
I'll watch it with you. And then you can admonish me if you don't like it.
I like Kaiju.
Dude, you know what's Del Toro too. So
I like Robot. I want to watch Robot Jocks, man. That's one of the first things I'm download when I get the VPN tonight.
I've got it. I got Robot Jocks, and then what's that other movie? They both came out right about the same time with the
Achilles.
What it?
Achilles. Fucking Robot Jocks is great.
Yeah, that's a great movie, man. Fun stuff. I can't remember that other movie, man. It was like but yeah, Robot Jocks has got, Barbara Crampton from fucking the From Beyond and Reanimator.
There are people in this chat I don't know. What the fuck are you doing not watching my show? Mirror Collective, I don't know you. Duck Dog, I don't know you. Why aren't you watching? Why aren't you watching Late Night with us? What the fuck is wrong with you? Silverblade, I've seen you around. Maybe I missed you in my chat. I'll give you a Undead Ramen. Who are you? The fuck is this? Why aren't you watching Late Night?
Hey, these are good questions. Well, these questions must be asked. I'll tell you. Let's see. All right. You know what? Boy, dude, time is flying by, dude.
Yeah, man. Just sit back, chilling.
You want to do the lifting questions?
Yeah, you asked me a what question?
All right. So you remember the Inside the Actor Studio, that TV show?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the 10 questions he would ask everybody.
Yep.
It's like he died like right when the Coof thing started, but he didn't die from the Coof. He was just fucking 96 years old or some shit like that. He was old. Wow. And I decided to add that to the show.
Yeah, no one else is using it now.
Yeah, right. I don't know, man. People have fucking made fun of me for doing this, but I love it, man, because he actually took it from this French guy who took it from Baudelaire. Actually, there's actually a history, and they're called the pivot questions or pivot questions. So I know I did some research, whatever, right?
Ask me some Pervo questions. Sounds good.
All right. So what's your
I'm a Pervo.
What's your favorite word?
It's my favorite. Fuck.
What's your least favorite word?
Dumbass.
What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Laughter. Finding ways to make different things funny.
What turns you off?
Organization. Organized, like an organized religion. An organized campaign of something. Can't stand that shit.
Let's put a pin on that one. That's something to talk about. What's your favorite curse word?
Oh, I'm gonna go. I have to reference fuck. Yeah, I love saying fuck. Go back to my first answer.
It's so many. You know, I mean, you can diagram a sentence and have the word fuck in it. Like
you could use anything. Yeah, you could use it for anything.
Exactly.
You can. It's a noun. Look at this fuck over here. It's a verb. I'm gonna go fuck. It's an adjective. That's so fucking stupid. You can use it for anything.
It's an adverb. I fuckingly did that shit.
Yeah, you know? I fucking can't believe I did that shit. Exactly.
Or an exclamation, fuck! Or,
fuck might be the most versatile word in the English language.
Fucking fuck. That motherfucker fucking got fucked up.
I say fuck like the Smurfs say smurf.
Indeed. But yeah, I legitimately heard that exclamation one time. That fucking fuck, that motherfucker fucking got fucked up. When this dude took a hit of some hash and passed out. Anyway, so a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I don't know if you've seen my show before, but I tend to like string sentences together using fuck as crutches, as a verbal crutch.
It's good stuff. So what noise or sound do you love?
A winter storm.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Bad live streams. No. My dog whining. The way my dog fucking whines when she wants attention. She just says, It gets so fucking annoying. I know that sounds cruel and all, but I mean, I don't hit her for it. You know, it's just, I'm just sitting here like, oh God, like the husky in you makes you vocal as shit.
Yeah, and I do want to remind everybody, in the description of the links to all of AP's channels, I suggest you subscribe to all of them. There's also a link for the Lost Chaos website and a merch link for that too. So everybody, you know, hit that up, man. If you're not a fucking already subscribed to AP, I don't know what to tell you. You know, there's obviously something that's malfunctioning that you know, common sense can't fix. So all right, so what sound or noise are you? All right, so what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Like to attempt in a dream or in real life? If I could, I would love to join the military. Like just in a fantasy world where I could survive it at this age, I would love to like join the military.
There you go.
In real life, what would I like to attempt? I'm gonna go with radio broadcaster. That's a goal I have. I want to be on the radio.
Sweet.
I think that's a cool fucking job, man. 4 hours a day. You just talk. You got to, and you have a team. You have a producer who can run a lot of this shit for you. Like I'm doing everything by myself right now. That would be great.
Yeah, I know that feeling, dude. What profession would you not like to do?
Cop. I would not want to be a cop.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Ruining people's fucking lives over shit that I know doesn't matter. Like I know when you take someone to jail over weed, you've done something to ruin their life over some bullshit. That's gonna come up whenever they try to get a job. That's gonna, you know, like whenever they try to apply for schools and shit like that. Because somebody was smoking weed when they were 18 years old and some cop busted them, man. Now they've got to fucking explain that the rest of their goddamn life. Something that is now legal in most states, dude. Like, I don't want to be a fucking cop. Also, like, what if I catch somebody in the midst of molesting a child? It's my job not to kill them. It is my job to make sure that they see justice as opposed to vigilantism, which I would prefer. I would not want to be a cop. I don't have the disposition for the duty. Why you guys keep timing out Bronx? Bronx is a good boy.
What the fuck? Hold on a second. All right, I'm gonna mod Bronx, y'all. Okay, y'all don't be so damn mean, y'all.
Yeah, Bronx is a good boy. That's a friend of mine, man. Leave him alone. I mean, not really a friend. He's an internet person, but still, I talk to him.
And you just called Becca a hag. God damn it, Bronx. God.
Yeah, sees your nuts. It's okay. He's just poking the fun at you. Just calm down.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gate?
You were right about black people. No. Man, I don't know. You can come in. Yeah, if heaven and God are a thing, like if you you can come in. Instead, there's another option. If they exist, then somewhere else exists, and I would like to hear welcome in. I don't think I've done anything hell worthy. Like I've done some shit, but nothing like you can get sent to hell for. I've never murdered anybody, never raped anybody.
That's right. I hear you. Do you have any strange collections?
No, I don't really collect things, man. Not a collector.
Fair enough.
Ginger sounds like she's got an idea. Yeah, I don't collect things. The only thing I would say I would collect is digital, like movies and music and television series and shit. Nah, I don't spend my money on collector shit.
Let's see.
Some kids are playing outside, and she's trying to be tough in the other room.
So if you could go back in time and spend a week with anybody out of history, who would it be and why?
Fuck, anybody, huh?
Yeah.
My grandmother.
Oh. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
How old were you when she passed?
Well, I think I was in my early 30s, maybe late 20s, something like that. But she had an instrumental hand in raising me. She was always very kind to me. I would love to. At this point, that no one else is dead. I'd like to go back and see her. If that wasn't possible, the guy who trained me in the martial arts, Scott, I'd like to go spend a week with him. That would be cool. Talking about like historical figures. I don't know. Hitler would be cool. Not because we'd go killing Jews or anything. I just would like to get in the head of a fucking a madman who made it all the way up to fucking to becoming that high in life. What American though? Let's see. That's dead. That would be fun, man. Hunter S. Thompson would be fun to hang out with for sure.
No shit. I met him, dude.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Shook a motherfucker's hand.
Chuck's like madman. Okay, let me rephrase that. He was a man who was willing to do things that most normal people would not do. You can call that a madman. Some would call that a genius. You make your choice.
Indeed.
Yeah, I don't want to hang out with Teddy Roosevelt. It made me feel like a pussy.
Yeah, no shit. Come on.
You know who I'd want to hang out with? I would go hang out with George Washington and John Adams and explain to them why they need to ban the Atlantic slave trade immediately.
Yeah, I totally agree with that shit too.
Ban the Atlantic slave trade. Make it punishable by death to own slaves in this fucking country. And you know what? I can say that on YouTube because, hey, all I'm saying is I'm not for slavery, but you and me know exactly why I would have done that. Wouldn't it be a glorious country to come back to in 2021? Ban the Atlantic slave trade. Black people would be happy to hear it, and then they would wake up in Africa the next day. Like, what happened? Did somebody fuck with the timeline? Like, welcome to Africa. You wanted me to ban the slave trade. This is where you're from. Enjoy. It's funny, it's still completely undeveloped, huh?
Yeah. Just tell me about that Rwandan space program.
Right, yeah, enjoy Ethiopia, motherfuckers.
Right. All right, so this is the point. All right, so we're kind of at a point to wrap. We're getting near the edge of the cliff, and so this is what we kind of focus on YouTube. Is there somebody out there that you think is undersubbed? Somebody you want to promote that's besides yourself?
Yeah, well, I mean, you, Virgie for sure, Trippy Cast. Virgie he's getting more and more every day. He's starting to blow up a little bit. Like, so I think you deserve some more subscribers.
I hear that.
Let's see, who else do I mean, Chuck, of course, Trader Horn does great. Beat Token. I don't know anybody I hang out with on YouTube who's not under subbed, to be honest with you. Unknown Archive, he's got more subs than me, so I hate bringing him up, but he's still, I think, under subbed for what he does. Yeah, those are the guys. You guys are the guys that I watch when I'm cruising around on the internet. It's probably the only people I can think of right off the top of my head.
So, who is sticking out to you lately as being way overhyped?
Overhyped. Oh God, I don't want to say it because that's how you get into internet drama. Somebody hears you called them overhyped, and then they think they've got to break you down and come and start a war with you. How do I put this?
You can say James Charles if you want to. Give me an easy out.
I think some people put a little too much stock in autistic Canadians in some cases. I think some autistic Canadians, fat Canadians, might be a little bit overhyped. Honest opinion, that's just not for me. Some of you, he makes other people laugh and shit. That's good for you. For some reason, that guy's not my cup of tea.
So you kind of teased some stuff coming up in the next year or so. What are you looking at? What are you looking at yourself? What are the goals have you set for yourself?
I just want a show that's about as big as Nightwave, between 700 and 1,200 watchers every night. I'm gonna work on doing better with the meta and the titles and things I usually just don't give a fuck about, like to try to get that going, and try to stay on one channel a little longer so people don't have to. It's a pain in the ass to try to ask people to jump from one channel to another. For them, not me. I want to get. I'd like to do marginally better next year than I'm doing this year. I'd like the show to be it's going to be in 1080. It's going to be a lot of a higher quality show. More of a late night show atmosphere. I hope to have a band and Pablo, and just more of a real late night show with monologues and things like that. But in the end, we're still going to be sitting around watching videos, getting high kill and shit. But I'd like it to be the most professional, sitting around getting high kill and shit show as possible. It's gonna be a little bit. I guess the color palette will be a little darker. You have to do a lot of drawing for Los Tejas, the town. Gonna do more things, sending people into the town to go get fucked up instead of just right there in front of the studio, shit like that. New dancers, of course, new commercials. The sky's the limit. I'm not really sure what I'm trying not to give too much shit away, but like the Patreon premium AP. That's the new AP puppet for next year. I still got a little work to do on that, but people seem to like that a little better. Character Animator has some new, the new version of it has some new stuff I need to look into as well. Like it can track your arm motion now, so I'd like to do that instead of having to like grab AP's hand with the mouse and wave at people. I can just wave my hand at the camera and it'll make and I'd like to get back into making some standalone content for the big channel. I'd like to grow the larger channel with videos and stay on the live channel with my live stuff. That way the big channel's monetized. That's where the members only shows are for now, so I don't want to really risk that by doing late night on there.
I understand. It's like when you get start getting flicked, you know what I'm saying? Because dude, how many fucking thousands of literally, how many channels have you had nuked?
Right now I have 4 Adonis Ball channels. I've lost 3 or 4 on top of that. And then if we count the stuff with Gulf City, then we're getting into like 10 or 12 channels.
Exactly.
Down, yeah.
Fucking Susan.
I've kind of learned how to play the game though, man. Like I've gotten real good, I think, at playing the game and walking that line.
Dancing on the edge. Dig it.
Like I know when I'm fucking up. Like last night with the woman getting beaten with a 2x4, I was sitting here like I should delete this video afterwards. I should probably private this and just take it down and put it up on the website. Like, I'm watching this girl's getting beaten with 2x4s. On the other hand, I just left it up because I'm like, fuck it, man. You know, fuck them. Have that attitude too. I don't know. Maybe if I didn't get high so much, I wouldn't be so lazy. But every time you hear me do this, it means I'm packing up another bowl.
That's right.
So.
All right, so hell, man. So we're at the end of the line. I don't know, man. You got anything you want to talk about that we haven't talked about tonight?
I don't know, man. No, if I have stuff I want to talk about, I got my own show, man. I've already aired it out last night. You know,
no shit.
Right?
Empty.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, talk to me about.
Man, no, I mean, I don't know. I just know that nothing I'm going to say in public. You know what I mean? Not that anything I have that's bad, but there's you're encountering some internet issues and shit, and I'm over here like I'm sympathetic to those, but I don't want to drag up a bunch of fucking drama that you and Uzi might be going through right now or had been. So
I feel you.
I'll just leave all that shit alone, but I think it's kind of out of line. I'll tell you that.
I hear you. Well, man, it's always a pleasure just to hang out and shoot the shit, and it's like if you. I would, we talked about this, and I would love the whole idea for this second helping show. I think this would be a perfect thing to do. Is I want you to walk me through how Kurt Cobain was murdered, right? Because you
can do that now.
Well, okay, shit. Talk me into it.
All right. Courtney Love is she was down with another. She was fucking. Somebody from another band, not a big band, okay? And they made a plot because Kurt was going to divorce her ass, and if he divorced her, he's taking his shit with her. The only way she's going to keep 100% of the shit is to kill that motherfucker. So the night that he killed himself, Hole is playing off somewhere else. I'd have to get the references to tell you exactly where. An anonymous phone call comes into the police saying that Courtney Love has drug paraphernalia in her room. They go to her room and they find drug paraphernalia that's never been used. Brand new shit, never been used. No drugs, just paraphernalia. Just enough at the time to put her ass in jail, overnight while her husband's getting murdered. That same night that Kurt Cobain was murdered, one thing most people tend to, or supposedly killed himself, with all the shit that's involved in that, the side the shotgun's on and the side he fell on and all that stuff. But I mean, Courtney Love just conveniently that night ends up getting busted for a misdemeanor charge that would only have her in jail for the amount of time it would take for her husband to die.
Overnight, right?
Yeah, so, no, I personally believe Courtney Love had, she had Kurt Cobain whacked. I think that he wanted nothing more to do with her. She's a crazy fucking mega maniacal bitch, thinking she's a super fucking rock star and get away with anything, dude, and she did. That dude went in there, brought him a fucking hot dose of heroin, made it look like a suicide, and he fucked up which side he put the gun on, but who fucking cares? Kurt Cobain was making songs that say shit like, songs literally entitled, I Hate Myself, I Wanna Die, writing lyrics saying, I don't have a gun, right? And so everyone would just believe that he would blow his fucking head off.
That's a good song, too. I swear I don't have a gun.
Come as you are, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's just that makes a lot of sense, actually. Motive-wise.
The Courtney Love ending up in jail that night over fucking paraphernalia is what puts the nail in it for me.
Yeah,
that is way too convenient. An anonymous phone call came in. Fuck that dude. That bitch fucking had him killed. She had the dude that they both knew because they were shooting up together recently come over, fucking get in on it. And hey, what are you going to do? You're going to report the cops that somebody gave you bad heroin? What if it doesn't work and he doesn't die? What's he going to do? Go to the cops and say somebody gave me some bad heroin? No, nothing's going to happen. That's part of the game. Sorry, man.
Damn, dude. Now you got me thinking about it.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Courtney Love fucking had that motherfucker whacked. She was fucking somebody else. He was about to fucking divorce her, she wanted everything.
Well, all right, so when they did the live thing and he did my love, where have you been in the pines, I mean, you could hear it in his fucking voice. He was talking to her. That's an old blues song.
Hell yeah,
Lead Belly song, isn't it?
Yeah. She was the biggest problem in his life, other than the heroin addiction. But she was facilitating that, so you can put some of that on.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's very possible he'd have become a different guy after he got away from that bitch. But while during the end of their relationship or whatever, everyone just believed. Oh well, yeah, he was depressed. He killed himself. If I end up in jail for some misdemeanor paraphernalia charge, and my ex-wife, for instance, ends up... No, dude, no. Come on. Come the fuck on, man. What a setup. I don't know what else to say. That's just where I'm at with the Kurt Cobain thing. Well, I get more in detail with it. Lawyers have come out. I should make a video on it, man, because just put it all in there. Do Courtney Love like I do Kimber or Scooby.
Do it, man. I'd fucking watch that shit. Hell yeah. I totally would. And you know, it's like I was curious as to, you know, how you would present your case here, and it's like you know, but when you think about it, I mean, it is kind of a no-brainer, isn't it? It's like fuck. It's pretty obvious.
Now, do I have proof? Do I have damning evidence that would put her in jail? No. But I think we can all look at the situation as a whole, with hindsight being 20/20, and go, "Oh yeah, she had that motherfucker killed." Yeah,
it's an Occam's razor thing, right? It's just like when Kennedy, you know, who had Kennedy killed? Of course, it was fucking Johnson.
Right? Does anybody here believe that Kennedy was just shot by some lone gunman acting alone, with not acting on anybody's orders? Does anyone believe that?
No. And then the guy that shot him, you know, was dying of cancer.
Yeah.
You know, there's all kinds of, yeah.
Yeah, he was already on his way out, probably pretty comfortable with his mortality at this point.
Well, I think his family was set up, man. I think that they set him with some cash, you know.
And see, the same people who will get into this Kennedy shit and start knocking down the theories on that one will still be like, no, man, Kurt Cobain just killed himself. Like, yeah, right. So did Epstein.
You've convinced me, man. You know, it's just like it's always Occam's razor with this kind of shit. You know, who's
and nobody who knows. Name me one person who knows Courtney Love that'll fucking stick up for her. She is a piece of shit human being.
Yeah.
Like like makes a Drastia look like a fucking model citizen. Man. Courtney Love is oh god, nobody who knows her likes her. The only people that'll tolerate her are like Pamela Anderson, and that's it. Like other women with brain damage from drugs and porn.
Indeed. Well, man, I think we're at the end of the line here. I don't have anything else to say.
That time, I told my wife I'd call her about.
Publicly.
I told my ex I'd call her about 6. So it's right about time for me to jump off here and go do some work.
All right, man. Well, dude, I want to thank you for hanging out with me and doing this show. It was great to get into the background of the character AP, and also just shoot the shit and, you know, talk about random stuff, man. I dig it.
That's right. I got kicked out of the real mafia.
That's what I love about this show, is just like, you know, each one's different, you know, and I really and I really love talking to people that I'm really, you know, like I said, I'm interested in, man. You just like we could talk all day long, man. And
yeah, man. That's what, like, before the show, you're like, "Do you have anything you want to talk to me about?" Like, I'm like, no, I would have talked to you about it already.
Right. We were like shooting the shit big time. It's like, oh shit, it's almost time to go.
Yeah, man. That happens every time we get together. Well, I'm gonna get out of here, man, since it sounds like you're trying to wrap up. Pleasure was all mine. Thank you for having me on, brother.
All right. Well, thank you, and say goodbye to everybody, and we're out.
Bye, everybody.